Hello guys, you're welcome. This is Royal Air Condition, and we are on the process of installing a Royal Air Condition. So I also say I should share it with you so that you see how we locally install this particular air condition. And this is a normal air condition, not an inverter per se. So as it stands like this, I have actually opened the hood, which is where the connectors are located. In all air condition has this particular spot. So if you open up the lid, the face lid cover, then you see this spot. So I've finished slugging the nuts of the connectors, and the nut I'm slugging now at hand is the cable trap. The cable trap. So this process I'm passing you through to install a condition here. It's actually goes for all kinds of air condition, which means it is just for conventional air condition installation, except otherwise, understand, except anything different than this. So this is just for a conventional, a good situation installation. So that is the installation cable. This is a normal Royal air condition. It's not an inverter type, and this one is using 3 cables, which is the live, the neutral, and the earth. So as I have showed you before in my previous video that this is the kind of cable you need for your AC installation. From what you've just seen now, I will show you the size and every other thing. Where I'm passing this cable is where you pass your cable while installing your air condition. While passing your cable, understand, this is where you pass cables. In a very few air condition, understand, in a very few products, the cable are already connected to the indoor units already. Understand, you don't have to pass through this. But in most products, it is not connected. You are the one to connect it. So I'm trying to tell you which particular number goes for a particular color. That's number one, going for a brown color. Then number two is written number 2N, which is 2 neutral, is going for the blue color. And the earth has the sign of the earth, which is going for the green color. So we are about to start the connection process. This connection process can take like few minutes, less than 1-2 minutes. You are done with this. Now this installation, the whole installation you are seeing here, can take at least 30 minutes because you actually know what you are doing. But for a novice or for a first timer, at least it can take the person up to an hour or an hour 30 minutes, because you need to pass through some certain processes. You need to recheck if what you are doing is okay. But as somebody who has been doing it times unnumbered, again and again, so it doesn't actually mean much for me, understand. It doesn't actually mean so much for me. I just know that this is what I want and that's what I'm going for. That is just it. So after fastening the cables to the cable connector, I need to use the cable trap, because the cable trap also has its own function by keeping the cable in place, should in case there is any kind of pull within the process of installation. Should in case there is any kind of pull, the thing can still hold it on place. So this is the cable dressing. I'm trying to dress the cable so it doesn't litter the whole place. Try to make sure the whole thing looks neat. So that is just it. With this process of installation, you can install any product of air condition, like any product, as far as it's an air condition. When I mean any product, I mean any product in the likes of Hisense. This is Royal already, Thermocool, Skyron, LG, and the rest of it, understand. So can you see I've covered it up, and everything is set to go. I'm done with that. I'm just done with the connection process now. So I will tilt it to the back. I will cover the lid, tilt the AC to see behind, understand, to see behind the air condition. Seeing behind the air condition help us to use our cable wrapper to wrap the whole thing, to wrap the copper plus the water pipe and every other point. Now I want to remove the indoor hanger. I keep it aside. Then I will now raise, because it's always down, I have to raise it up. you observe something. As I'm raising it up, I make a support down there just to raise the head, so that on the process of raising it up, I don't damage it, I don't break it. That's the cable wrapper. The cable wrapper have to wrap both the water pipe, the AC copper pipe, and the wire all together. When I mean the wire, I mean the wire leading from the indoor to the outdoor, not the power cable. Not the power cable, the wire leading from indoor to outdoor, which is the black cable I just connected. So I'm wrapping everything together. What can you observe again? The water pipe must be under. The water pipe must come under the air condition. There is a very big reason for this. If the water pipe doesn't come under, as per what you've seen me doing here, if the water pipe doesn't come under, that's a very messy job, because it will lock water. It will not allow water to flow freely. I made mention of something last time I was doing things like this, or I was trying to make a troubleshooting video why water drops in the building, or why water drops inside your room from your air condition. If the water pipe is not under the air condition like this, understand, water must always want to find way to leave the air condition, which may likely be one of its ways, may likely be dropping inside your room. So that is just it. And air conditioned water is a flowing water, not a running water. So you need to know how to manage that. That is where the cable will pass through. So I just have to remove it, cut the line off, cut the line to size, so that when the cable comes in, it just freely passes through. This is how I'm putting it up. I basically say this is how to install Royal air condition. Some other products may not pass through this process, understand? So that is why I just directly put it to you, that it is in how to install Royal air condition, understand? Now another point we have to put into consideration is the hanger, the indoor hanger. Let me show you something. I've bring a tape. I will measure from the edge of the hanger to the edge of the pipe, and that gives me 3 inches. Have you seen where my hand is? That is where you have to measure. In all air condition, that is where you measure it from. In this particular air condition, I have 3 inches. In some other air condition, I may have 1 inch, and in Hisense is generally 2 inches from the hanger. So just know that, understand? Also, from the edge of the hole to the point where you have the 3 inches, that is where I just measured now. And I want to take my time to set the hanger to that level. The bottom line of the hanger, can you see, must flow with the bottom line of the hole. That is it. The bottom line of the hanger must flow with the bottom line of the hole. And also, there are things you need to check before installing an air condition in a particular space. One of the things you need to check is the distance from the ceiling to where you want to open your hole. From the ceiling to where you want to open your hole should give you at least 1 feet. Understand? 1 foot from the distance of the height of the ceiling to where you want to open the hole should be at least 1 foot. So just know that. I've also used my plumb to make sure that the AC is very, very straight. Very, very straight. Understand? It's not tilting to one side or the other side. It's very, very straight. Understand? So that's what you have to do anytime you want to install your air condition. And also, if you are a first timer, what I'm just doing here now is very, very handy. It's very, very easy for anybody to understand. It's very, very easy for anybody to understand. I lock the AC hanger in 5 different positions, 5 different spots. 1 up, 1 down, 1 the other up, 1 the other down, and 1 at the center. The center is the first point where I nailed, because I need to nail it there so I can use my plumb to align the AC hanger at the position where I want it to go through. See what I'm doing? That is how it goes. You insert the wire, then the wire leads everything outside. but the power cable still remain inside. Are you getting it clear? The power cable still remain inside. I push it down, I push it down, I push it down, I push it down, make sure that it hangs. I first of all hang the upper side of the air condition. If I am able to hang the upper side of the air condition clearly, and now fit in the down part, so everything locks in. Everything locks in. I had to use my plumb again to confirm that the AC is very straight. The AC is very straight. So we are done with the installation, the indoor installation. Let's go outside to see how the outdoor is being connected, or how the outdoor is being installed. Why I actually wrapped the air conditioner copper pipe to the mouth, so that I don't want any form of debris, sand, or any kind of dirt to penetrate through. So I'm just opening the lid cover now. I'm just opening the lid cover. I need to really take a good care of this, so that sand, anything like sand, stone, or any particle doesn't pass through the copper kit, or the indoor lid into the pipe. Because if anything like that happens, it is a very big disaster. That is one of the highest rough thing that could happen to your air condition. It will lead to blockage, and it will lead to compressor damage. It will lead to blockage. It will also lead to compressor damage. What are you observing? I am tightening the kit, the copper kit, to the one that comes out from the air conditioner. What can you observe? You observe that I first of all use my hand, use my bare finger to wrap up the whole thing, to tighten the knot. First, make sure that the thing goes down to where it stops. Make sure that the knot freely goes down to it before I now use the wrench spanners. And you must have, as a technician, or as a beginner, or as somebody who wants to install a condition, must have 2 wrench spanners, at least 2 wrench spanners. Tight it to a very strong or a very tightened mood, like tight it very well. That's what I mean. Tight it very well. From what you observe now, I see that I'm not joking with it. I have to give my whole best to tight it. So secondly, I have to work on the smaller pipe. I have to work on the smaller pipe. The smaller pipe passes through the same process. If I set the mouth up, I freely roll the knot around the thread with my hands. Roll the knot around the thread with my hand. Make sure that it actually rolls down to the end with my hands. Because if you mistakenly tight it and the knot hooks to the thread, you may think it has reached the end, but it has not actually reached the end. You now use your wrench spanner to force it down. Automatically, you've wound the knot. Either you've wound the thread from the knot, or you've wound the thread on the bolt. One of the two. So when such thing happen like that, you've actually damaged that system. So you have to be very careful. Very careful. Extremely careful. Extremely careful. Extremely careful. So for the fact that it's a smaller pipe, I don't have to exert much strength on it. I just have to make sure that I do the right thing. Understand? I just have to make sure that I do the right thing. This is a very good guide for AC installation. It's a very beautiful guide for AC installation. At all points, you can make reference to this particular installation process, installation guide. Observe what I'm doing. Are you getting it right? Are you observing it? This is something I actually took my time, or get my time off plan, just to make sure that I put this video together for you, so you can really understand the process involved in air condition installation. Just make sure that you have your necessary tools at hand, and the rest can easily be completed. So after tightening the copper kit, I had to use the leftover wrapping tape. That thing I'm just wrapping now is called the wrapping tape. The leftover wrapping tape, to make sure that I wrap it down to the end. I must wrap it down to the end, except I don't want to. So that is where it finishes. I can still continue it with another one. I must wrap it down to the end, except otherwise, except I choose not to. So that is just it. Now I'm done with that. Now secondly, I need to set up the hanger, because the outdoor system is not to be kept on ground. You must raise it up. Raising it up requires you to couple up the hanger. The point of coupling this hanger may be very, very, should I say, confusing to so many people. It's very, very confusing. Understand? Even most of my apprentices, they take a lot of time before they could understand this. It may look very easy, but very, very confusing. Can you see that? After the coupling of the hanger, I will show you how it will look. After everything. So you see that there may be difference in coupling. You may see it as easy as what I'm doing now, but you may not understand the danger in front if you don't couple it right. So we have to be very, very careful with what we are doing. Now that is how it is being placed on the wall, and this is where this other one needs to be, so it works properly. I need to show you again so you see it very well. That is how it will look like. The AC will not be on top of that. You get it? That alone will be able to solve your problem when you want to couple your AC hanger. Understand? That alone will solve your problem. So just be very, very conscious of what you are doing. You can take your time. I'm only like I'm very good at this. That's why I had to take it this fast. Understand? I had to take it this fast, but everything I'm doing, I'm displaying it to you so that you can see it. Nothing about it is manipulated. Nothing about it is manipulated. So I am setting the hangers to a particular level I want it to be. Everything is above my head, so that somebody passing under the air condition will not get himself injured or something around the air condition. So I'm marking the holes where I need to fasten the hanger to the walls. So let's cut off the process. I will just show you that the hanger are already on the walls. You need to know what to do from there. The hangers are already on the wall, so from there I believe is something we have to understand handy. Then let me just put this through to you. Most technicians don't know this, but I am very free to open it up to you, since it's a new air condition, and this air condition has the bottom cock of the outdoor unit. This bottom cock of the outdoor unit now helps me to show you that it is very, very easy for you to get it done, because the other process of setting up the hanger, understand, the other process of setting up the hanger is very, very, it's too long that you may not actually understand it on this video, but this is the cheapest and easiest means. This is the bottom cock of the outdoor units carrying all the skirts on it, so it's for you to just trace it down using the bottom cock. You'll be able to see the width of the air condition and see the knot level. So just trace it down, take your markings, take your measurement and everything from there. It's just for you to set it up, mark the holes you need to open. Everything is just good like this. Understand? That's what I've just shown you now. Is a very sweet trick that most people doesn't understand. A very sweet trick. You get? It's a very sweet trick. So that is just it. Have you seen? I finished setting up the AC hangers. The outdoor hanger. I'm putting the outdoor unit on top of the hanger, and I have to be very careful because this is a very crucial point. It can fall, and if it falls from here, the outdoor unit will scatter. The outdoor unit will really get bad, so you have to be very careful. You need to gather more strength just to carry this thing up Once you put it up, don't tight anything apart from when after putting it up, you must first of all stud the legs. Have you seen that I've stuck the leg by putting one knot there? I have to complete up the knots, all the 4 knots. Have you seen? That's what I'm doing now. I must complete the 4 knots behind it, the other two behind, and this other one behind here. And make sure that everything must be really firm before going to tight the copper pipe to the air condition, which is the gas line to the air condition. So you must really understand this. You must really understand this. This is a point most people get it wrong. You've not stored the legs. You've not stored the legs of the air conditioner, and you want to go and tight it because the air conditioner actually sits on the hanger. Doesn't mean the air conditioner is strong. It's firm. So you have to fasten the nuts to the air conditioner. The nuts from the air condition strap leg down to the hangers. Make it firm before going through the next process. So we are done with that. Before I have to do this, I need to do that. Before I have to do this, I need to do that. And from what you say here, I need to open up the gas line lid factory cover. This is a factory plastic cover. I have to remove it up. Factory had to put this so there will not be any form of sand, debris, stone, or call it impurity in general inside the lid. So removing that, you've given it access. I took my time to arrange it up to make sure that the mouth fits into it. Then I use my wrench spanner. So this is another point to tell you how important is your wrench spanner as an AC technician or as an installer. I make sure I tighten it to strength. That is just it. After tightening the bigger one, I had to proceed to the smaller one. The bigger pipe is called the suction line. While the smaller pipe is called the discharge line. The smaller pipe is called the high side, while the bigger pipe is called the low side. I'm just telling you this. These are terms we use in air condition service. Any technician you discuss with and you use such terms, understand, they will know that you really know what you are doing. The smaller pipe is called the high side, which is also called the discharge line, while the bigger pipe is called the suction line. I need to tighten it to strength too. I have to tighten it to strength. Anything you need to do to make sure that it's very, very firm and strong, just do it. Understand? You're actually doing the right thing. This is another crucial part you don't have to forget. You will never want to forget this, because no matter how beautiful your installation is, if you forget doing this, you have ruined everything. After installing your air condition, you forget to unlock your gas. Using your hexagonal key, which is the Allen key. We call it the Allen key. That will be very, very rough. That is it. That's the key. This is size 5 because this air condition uses size 5. If you forget to do this thing, if you successfully install 6 air condition and you forget to do this on the 6 air condition, you are buying a new fresh unit. That's just it. If you observe what I did the first time, I unlock it and I return it back because I need to observe if there is any leakage. That unlock alone would have told me if there is any leakage on it or not, because I will listen to it and try to see I can check all my joint spots if there is any leakage on it, so I would know. I have to cover up those leads, make sure that everything is good. Make sure everything is good. Our AC is 90% done. It's 90% done. From what you've just seen here, our AC is 90% done. We have now connected the wire, the cables, the outdoor cable. So we need to connect it now. We need to connect the outdoor cable now. This is another point that we have to also put into consideration. That is where to connect the outdoor cable, which is that black cable we connected from inside, from the indoor. We are bringing it outside now to connect. Hit me up with installation issues and with air condition problems to the outdoor units. Mind you, you have to make everything to correspond. If you connect the brown cable to number 1, you also have to indoor, like in the indoor unit, you have to connect the brown cable to number 1 in the outdoor unit also. If you connect blue cable to number 2, which is neutral, you have to also connect blue cable to number 2, which is neutral, outside. This is it. Always try to remember your connections. What you connect inside must correspond with what you connect outside. So we are done with our installation, and this is it. Our AC is good to go, beautiful and neat. So come to my comment box, ask me anything related to air condition, ask me anything you want to know. Your AC is having issues, is having problem, hit me up. I'll give you an answer to that. Thank you.